Hello, everyone. A bit of an update here, the weekly update. I'm very sick right now, but I will push through and continue to give you guys updates as we go. So we can take a look here on the two last weeks because we're going to do week 4, week 5 update. And it was actually very choppy this week. We actually made a new all time high, I believe, in, was it the SPY? I believe the SPY made a new all time high. Am I wrong? Yeah, we did make a new all time high on week 4. And then we almost tested it this week. But this Friday was a big reversal. We saw Trump at the last minute come out with the tariffs, and tariffs, not terrorists, the tariffs, and that really unwound a lot of the gains that we saw, and we closed down on the day 53 basis points. Same thing for the triple Qs, down 15 basis points. The IWM was down 90 basis points. And the Dow Jones pulled back 76 basis points. So it looks like we may have a nice little dip buy set up if this count wants to play out like this. Again, this would extend could extend further down and the connector could get bigger. But for now I've labeled it like this to show that we finished. We basically reset the cycle. We hit the dip buy area on the Qs. So essentially the SPY and the Qs have the similar setup here for a wave 2 extension towards the downside. I can give you guys a quick target here for an ABC. And we took some profits on our longs due to this move here. And man, it's basically like a double bottom at this point. Basically like a double bottom. Your target's right here. And you got some gap fills down below. So you could technically come down in here, fill the gap, and then start to reverse out. The Dow Jones has a very similar count, but has 5 waves up, extended, bearish divergence. So now you should correct down, reset the cycle. Maybe you get a bounce early on next week because we did sell off pretty hard at the close. Maybe you get a small bounce and then the sell off continues. And maybe people realize how serious those tariffs are, and then maybe they get unwound or they resolve really quickly, and we rally out of here like crazy to new all time highs, right? Blow off top scenario. You can take a look. We'll take a look at the USD JPY. So that continues to be very bearish in my opinion. I think we're finishing this count up here. C leg extension X wave. This was like a flat rec traders, and now we're starting to extend. I think we've reached a peak extension. Maybe we get a retrace, and then we start to melt down here. Let's take a look at the weekly. Yeah, I mean big bearish divergence on the weekly too. Let's take a look at the TLT. So we'll cover the TLT, and then we'll start to get into those individual stocks that everyone loves. So TLT continues to be very bearish, and the yields continue to be very bullish. Looks like we could have truncated here, ended early, and maybe reset the cycle early on. Let's see here. Yeah, man, this thing could have already finished up right here, and a little bit of an extension down, but no problem. No, not at all. Like this looks like it already truncated. We didn't even hit the 4.7 level on the 20-year, and this is going to extend for another high. This would definitely, in my opinion, put pressure on the markets to go lower. Excuse me, with a sneeze. Whew. I should have muted myself there, but hey, it is what it is. Oh man, I'm sweating because I'm sick. Yes, so we should extend in 5 waves up, and then we should finish this entire count here. The daily time frame, you can see we erased bullish divergence, or sorry, we erased bearish divergence. So now we should come up, make another high with a lower RSI count. I'm gonna sneeze again. I muted myself. Okay, that's good. So yeah, the TLT continues to go lower. Wow, look at that. Bitcoin's at 99,800. It is taking a very big hit right now. Same thing for Ethereum. It is going lower. The crypto market is in full swing down. It is just getting a complete meltdown at the moment because Trump is imposing these tariffs, and that's not bullish for risk assets. So, anywho, might be a dip buy. Maybe I'll get on my phone right now and buy the dip. But let's take a look at some individual names. So we'll cover Nvidia. Nvidia, in my opinion, I think it could have potentially topped out here, but it's a very ugly count. And I say this because we have like some very choppy action up here. So this could be like a bigger wave 4. I have to look at my large account here. So let's see. Fifth wave, 5. I mean, this could be like at a whole 1-2. It's just a very ugly one. It's respected some of my levels here, so we've clearly respected some of the levels. It was supposed to. Honestly, this could still be like it could be like a flat, and you're still in wave 2, and you're gonna come back down, and we're gonna take off vertically after all, and go make one more high, something like this. To delete some of this stuff here on my screen, it's getting very messy. Get rid of this one. Yeah, maybe it's like an ABC or just a big connector because it's so choppy. XY. Maybe we come down to like these levels here, make a lower low. Let's see what target this would give us. See what kind of target we get. 75. That's pretty bearish. That's pretty bearish for Nvidia. It's like a very big hit in the stock, and then bounce out, and then go to make another all-time high, and like straight up mega rally. Could also have topped too. You know, like you're gonna make the case that it's already topped, and that would be like a big drop, like 38%, but then reverse out and go like another 200% higher. So let's see what happens next week. Maybe Nvidia is gonna get hit hard with those tariffs, and this is gonna come way down. I think there's some people inside the Discord who are already short this stock, but I'm not shorted. And let's see here. What else we got going on? Microsoft respected our sell area. It is coming down now. I think Microsoft needs to bounce higher though, bounce back up, and then start to come back down to this buyer at 364. Google completely invalidated the setup here for a bearish count and is impulsing higher. So I'd have to re-look at this one, but the case for Google is much higher. And Meta respected our count very nicely. We're inside of this wave 3. We need to pull back in wave 4 and continue in a fifth of a fifth of a fifth, but overall higher for Meta. And then Apple here. Apple, I have it like topped out already, but just by looking at it, wave 3, like this looks like it's part of like a bigger count. Like I would say it's like something like this, like a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. But because you came back down, you got overlapping waves, you'd have to set up as a 1-2-1-2, which is actually very bullish. Unless this is like your wave 1, right? But no, I can make wave 3 there. So I think it could be a 1-2-1-2. And if it is a 1-2-1-2, like this is super bullish. This is super bullish for Apple. 1-2, right? And then you got another 1-2, essentially. And it's going to start to take off here. Maybe we have some crazy news coming out for Apple. Big AI news, maybe. Let's see what Tesla's doing. Tesla, I think, has got lower to go. ABC correction, needs to correct down to wave 4. So it's not a buy for me right now. Let's take a look at AMD. So AMD's been one that we've been charting for a very long time. This one we've been nailing like to the T here. Every tick is beautiful. Like right the wicks, man. Sell area, sell area, sell area. And again, there's a big buy area down here. I think we get a big flush down in AMD, and it's going to be like a generational buy. It's going to reset the cycle, and we're going to be taking off. Like this is one I'm looking at to buy, 100%. Palantir. Let's see Palantir. If Palantir is still inside of this count, yep. So Palantir is still bullish. Gotta sneeze again. Excuse me. But yeah, it's got more upside. It's got more upside. It's inside of this fifth wave. It's very bullish stock right now, but it's peaking out. but it can definitely go higher for sure. Let's see. Let's talk about Carvana. Let's see Carvana. Did Carvana end the day in the red here? Yes, it did. I think Carvana is finishing up in this wave 2 here. Very impulsive. No bearish no what excuse me. No bearish divergence. So that's good. That's a good setup for a short. So I like this. I like this for a short position. Maybe we enter in on Monday with confirmation, but this is a good look, and you can put some tight stops here, right at the high. So if this thing wants to reverse down, I'm definitely going to take the short on it. Hindenburg Research is short on this as well, and they've done their research extensively. I started reading into the report. I haven't finished it, but they got some pretty compelling arguments there why this stock should start to go down. And I think there's someone in my Discord who's leveraged like crazy shorting this thing. Okay. Let's see. Any other stocks we can take a look at? Again, if you guys want me to take a look at more stocks for you, just feel free to leave them in the comments, and I'll take a look at them next time. Hut mining inside of this connector wave could be finished right here, to be honest, and ready to extend in another fifth wave higher. So it's very bullish right now. But Bitcoin is not bullish. Bitcoin is quite bearish at the moment, and it is selling off to possibly 97,500. And if we could get down to here, I would really like to long Bitcoin, and that would be good setup for a big bounce and maybe a rally back. So let's see how this plays out. And I think we covered most of it. What am I doing this? This is a bond yield. Gotta get back on the 20-year yield. There you go. Thank you. DXY, dollars got lower to go. In my opinion, I think it's finished here. It's inside of this connector, this B wave. If it wants to make one more high, maybe it's a flat, and then we actually don't end up going that much lower in the DXY. And it's a 1-2 setup for much higher prices, and I would definitely like that for longing the dollar, right? Just do what the chart does. I know we want the dollar to go to zero. That would explain like gold going much lower. It's extended inside of this wave 3, needs to pull back in a 4, and then extend in fifth wave inside of this fifth wave, and then you're done essentially, and the gold rally will come to an end. And this would be a good spot maybe to take some profit and some long-term positions on gold, but get ready to buy the dip later on. I think we'll wrap things up here with oil. So oil, my oil count, to be honest, let's see, do we get all of this invalidated? Yeah. So oil has been very, very choppy, very difficult to trade. Let's see if we can maybe readjust this count. I'm still bearish oil. It's just been very choppy and hard to trade, but I haven't made any positions on it yet. Like I haven't taken anything on it at the moment. So let's see if we can make some of this stuff work here. I'm just gonna move all these price tags, and we'll take a look. So let's say this ended with no divergence. So we kind of know that this is a 1-2. This is almost like a connector, right? This whole thing here. Maybe it does this, right? Maybe it does that. Shit, that would be bearish. It sold off hard here. We never hit this sell area either, right? There's some areas that never hit. I'll just keep it there for now, so you guys can see I don't get everything always right, right? But yeah, let's see if we can make an ABC out of this. Oh, actually, 1, 2, 3. That's 3-wave move up. Complex correction, maybe. Definitely is very choppy and complicated. There's so many sub counts. It started to get messy. So anyways, regardless, you need a counter trend rally here, and then you need to take out the low with an impulsive manner to really confirm the move down. So that's my update on oil. And silver remains the same here. I think it's still chopping about. It could actually be another connector here. So again, looks like it's gonna do a little bit more of a complex correction, but ultimately you should come back down into this buy area here, and then you should hold 25 and then set up for more upside later on. And I'll wrap it up with the IWM. I think the IWM needs to extend back up here, back to 241 to 244 and fade the highs at least. And then maybe you can call the top in the small caps, unless this high is taken out, which I would actually extend the whole market, and maybe you continue to rally on in a hyper inflation move, but we'll have to see about that. Anyways, that's it for tonight, guys. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll do the other updates next week on Friday. Sorry it's a little bit late. I'm very sick right now.